Yo.
I just wanna be in the zone. You know, in the zone. I just wanna be in the zone.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good, hope everyone had a good weekend. And yeah, let's get it. Good morning to gold pumping, man. Weekly analysis, we spoke about this scenario. I knew it looked crazy from down here, and I really wanted to, I told you if I could have a buy stop here, it would be amazing, right? It's super simple, man. I mean, unbelievable. And I was expecting from 50s, and then if things got mad, 100, and here we are at the hundreds. Sitting at the hundreds here, strong. So massive move here on gold here. Asian, not even Asian session, market open. That's where you need to be active. Market open, like that's it. Market open, we have a bit of a gap. This is a gap, and then boom, we start flying up here. So since market open, We have opened 1,200 pips, again another 1,000 pip day coming to London session here. So Asians just been killing it for gold, man, killing it, you know. And I think market open, you just wake up at market open and then take a trade, man. That's just how it's been. Super hard though. I'll have to quit London to trade this. And yeah, it's if you're up during Asian and you're not trading gold, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing if you're up during Asian and not trading gold? Please tell me what you're doing, because it is giving you free money, guys. You have to be capitalizing off that. We do not get this at all often in the market. This is probably the last time we're going to see it for the year, and then it probably calms down a little bit, man. Not today, but in general, this period. So make sure, right? Make sure that you are capitalizing off it. Super important to be capitalizing off it. And yeah, it's a beautiful move here. Beautiful move, and definitely something interesting. So let's have a look here. Put this up. Get chat rolling. Let's have a look what's going on. Yeah, I took a couple of win trades during Asian. Nice. Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. You know, you need to be used to the big stop loss, but we've been seeing that. I mean, any setup one here is ready to go, man. Any setup ones here. As soon as it breaks the high, put stops. Yeah, pretty simple. 5 minute is very straightforward as well on this. 110 pip stops, then hold it till London and then see where you're at. I'm done for the day. 30 pips. It's not much, man. If you were trading Asian, man, you should be holding more. 30 pips is nothing. I don't know why you're profiting off 30 pips. You need to be holding more. In Asian session, that is 30 pips. It's not enough. I would be holding heavy, man, especially with the opportunity we have. 30 pips ain't enough. But let's have a look if anyone has blown their money in Reddit here quickly. Then I'll actually speak about why gold is going up. So this guy not quit, he's talking about why people don't fail. It's because they think it's going to save them from their job. See, recurring theme, right? Yeah. Generally wondering why markets are still all-time high. See, this is like a good question. It pumps when Trump's canceled tariffs. Yes, he already strained the trading relationship. Yeah, this guy's a little bit new. You know? But we're going to speak about that now. I'm going to tell you why gold is pumping, actually. We're going to have a look at that. So we tapped 100 here. Boom. Went into 100. Squeezed a little bit. 114. Man, I did a big weekly analysis in the group. And we spoke about these targets here being 100. And that was my target, man. That was my target. 100. That was my target for the week, honestly. You know, it happened today. Not week, I would say. Next pump. I was targeting 50, then 100. And we did it. We did it smooth and clean. In one shot here, in one shot. So I did speak about the potential of a gap happening here where we gap back above the 5,000 level, which definitely happened. Why did we gap above the 5,000 level? Because here you have a lot of dumbasses with what? What did I tell you? Last time we broke the level, everyone's like 5,000, big pullback from 5,000, big pullback from 5,000. I said, if we gap above 5,000, why they do that? Because some dumbasses think it's a great idea and they try to be freaking smarter than the market and they put full sell limits here. Full sell limits. You can imagine how many dumbasses just had sell limits there, thinking that I'm going to be smarter than the market and just let it trigger my sell limit. And market opens up here, man. Could you imagine? That means their order gets executed up here, man. That's terrible. 200 pips difference. So yeah, you know, not really a smart idea to be running it like that. Trend is your friend until the end, okay? So yeah, they want to catch the top, but we spoke about this last week even on stream about how price moved through the 4,000 level, right? When we looked at the 4,000 level, wasn't too heavy. We had a bit of a pullback, but it moved through it like butter. So these people get scared of these big numbers, and really if trend imagine we didn't have, imagine you guys blocked out this number panel on the side. And this is an interesting way to think about trading, is let's say you never had to see these numbers on the side here like this. We were trading like this. Now, would you care about this level? Probably not, because it has no relevance, right? It's only a number. Price action wise, it doesn't mean anything. And sometimes when we have volume, when we have fundamentals behind us, when we have reasons to push up, then the numbers are not always going to matter. They could do, which is why we're cautionary around that area, but it doesn't mean that you should send a short, okay? So let's have a look here at some of the news for today. Today is clean. We are pulling back as we speak right now, which is, we've hit my target here for this push here at 100 here. So it's nice to see, man. I was off by how much here? 100 was a target. We squeeze about 100 pips above, just to catch, again, people trying to sell early. Now we're back in the range, so we're going to see what happens here. That is a crazy move, guys. What we just saw right now is insane, okay? Keep in mind what we just saw. We just saw a 300 pip push up, followed by a 300 pip push down in a couple of minutes, like 10 minutes here. All of this before the 1 hour close, and all of this, the 1 hour is doing what? Not even closing above. So a nice little liquidity grab here. And yeah, I'm interested to see how we end up forming here for the session. Very weak 4 hour candle here. That's very interesting candle actually on the 4 hour. Very weak. Every time we have a weak candle like this, now liquidity grab up, we normally move down. And you know, today I could play a little bit of a special trading technique today. Maybe I want to play it. It could be extremely wrong, but we'll discuss it as we go on. But first of all, let's have a look at the calendar here. Pretty clean for Monday and Tuesday. Is a Australian dollar bank holiday, but that doesn't affect our pairs. Euro some 1 p.m, not too important. Trump is speaking tomorrow, so be careful about that. This is probably gonna affect the market somehow. And then we have FOMC rates coming through here. So they're expecting to keep rates the same this month. So why are we pumping? If they're expecting to keep rates the same, why are we pumping? Okay, so Wednesday is a big day in the market. And then we're coming towards the end of the month. Also is the end of coming towards the end of the month. So why are we seeing what's happening? Leave. Why are we seeing gold pump here? Well, there's a few reasons. People think it is banks buying up gold. It is not enough banks buying up gold for this to happen. So it's not public buying of gold. It is illegal buying of gold. Meaning, I do believe China and these countries are buying gold, but buying gold under the desk or not announcing it, right? They're not announcing it the same way they do with their interventions, okay? That's number one, catalyst number one. I want everyone to listen closely here. This is golden information. You ask 90% of influencers why this shit is pushing, they won't have an answer, okay? So that's number one. We have one factor. Second factor, I'm going to state the obvious, then I'm going to state more of the complex factors, okay? So factor number one is going to be, oh, what's this? Buying of gold, okay? Right, that's number one. Number one is going to be the buying of gold, okay? So we see some buy, but it's not the main factor, okay? A lot of people are going to say this is the main factor. It's not the main factor, okay? So we're going to put it as buying gold, right? Gold. Buying gold, okay? Banks. So that's one factor. The second problem is geopolitical things. Trump talking about tariffs, this, that, invasions, captures, you name it. Oil, this, that. Geopolitical tensions. Whenever there's geopolitical tensions, we see gold, right, rise. Secondly, bonds, right? We can go look at bonds market, less returns, right? We're seeing money come out of the bonds market. Okay, so this is all happening together. On top of bonds, we're seeing dollar. That's a B. I meant to make it, right? Let's just make it actually a dollar sign, right? We're seeing dollar weaken into 2026, late 2025 to 2026, right? We're seeing what? Dollar becoming a bit weaker, which typically pumps gold. But we're seeing stock market dump. So why are we seeing stock market dump, guys? Why are we seeing stock market dump? Because one of the main reasons that people are not understanding why gold is pumping is because of the debt in currencies, and especially the dollar. Right? There is heavy debt, and people are catching on top of it now, and they are scared. They are scared at the amount of debt that the dollar has, and they want to be transferring their wealth into something that is backed by a physical asset, which is gold. Right? We also have obviously speculative traders. Okay? That is also retail normally pushes this pump. We can have retail push this pump, buying gold, all of this type of stuff. You know? So now all of the people are catching on. There's actually a name, right? There's actually a name for the trade they're calling it. It begins with a D. If anyone knows, then I'm going to be impressed. If anyone knows in chat what it is, I'm going to be impressed. Because then you guys are locked in. Right? Let's see if anyone knows. I'm going to be impressed. I just left my mind. I had it 10 minutes ago, but I left my mind. There we go. Dom, congrats, brother. Dom, DM me, send me that screenshot of this. I give you, Dom said first, I give you 1 month free on Pip Labs for that. 1 month free on Pip Labs subscription because of you writing that. Good job. Debasement. If you research what debasement means, fancy word for they're losing trust in the dollar because of inflation. Not inflation, because of debt that might cause heavy inflation in the dollar. Okay? So all of this has led to a big push on gold plus retail FOMO. Is it sustainable? That's why we're not seeing the stock market really follow through, guys, right? Stock market not really following through with gold, because this is, people are not going to be putting trust in US companies, trust in you know, the future of, because these US companies of course work in dollar, customers buy their products in dollar, right? So people are not going to put too much trust in that, but it's not fully given yet, right? It's not a total crash. Nothing has physically happened. So we're just seeing people trying to be ahead of the curve and put money into gold. So this is why we've had this massive rally. Okay, this is why we've had this massive rally. So if we go have a look at some of the analysis here, obviously 4 hour moving bullish, 1 hour candle closed below the range. That's very important. Okay, right now we're testing that range. This is our 1 hour resistance for the day. So let's put this. We also have a 1 hour support down here. Right, 30-minute time frame. We have a 30-minute resistance we're about to test right here. Let's put this here. And then our 15 is actually higher, so cascading. We hate cascading. Five minute here, pushing with no bottom wick here. I'd love to see a change of structure, then we can work our way back towards the upside. This is very interesting, the way that we're moving right now. Very sketchy to have zigzag. Zigzag price action normally always fails at some point, especially the third time. It's an extremely rare scenario, maybe less than 5%. Less than 5%. If you do the statistics of a move happening, an expansion move, followed by immediate absorption of that expansion move, followed by a reabsorption of buyers coming back into the market and retracing that move again. Very unlikely without some mid-range, bottom range, or top range structure. Top range structure is the less likely one. As we move to mid-range, percentages increase. As we move to bottom of range, it's a higher percentage we see some sort of structure, right? Before what? Before we get some sort of push, right? Before we get some sort of push. So if I get that structure then I'll be happy to execute on some buys following what we discussed about the fundamentals just now. So does everyone understand why debasement trade, how the debasement trade now is causing this FOMO into gold here, pushing it into the 5100s, and we're seeing how market is reacting off that. It's not healthy though. It's not healthy, you know? It's not healthy. It is a little bit scary, okay? This whole rally on gold is scary. You know, we're up 50% since when was it? I mean, just out of this place here. I think since here we're out of 50% now. What are we? Yeah, 51%. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts since our last consolidation for an asset like gold to be up 51%. Very strong performance. Very, very, very strong performance. So if we're understanding this, then we can do what? Then we can trade based off it. So today, let's see what ends up happening. Let's see what ends up happening towards structure inside of the range right now. We need to still come up and test this 15 and then see how it is, right? Sir, is this pre-recorded? Yes, Daniel, it is pre-recorded, bro. So what I am is I'm a cyborg from the future. So I go one day in the future, I record my streams, and then I post it the day before. And then I take a rest. You understand? Then I take a rest. So at night, if I want to record a London stream, I record a London stream. In the morning, if I want to record a London stream, I record a London stream. In the evening, I don't need, because I can go in and out of the future, right? This is next level. Next level. I'm banned from a lot of brokers because of me making too much money from being able to predict market movement. Claudio is asking, are all cyborgs gay in the future or just you? What makes you say gay? That's not what your bitch was telling me last night. She was like completely telling me the opposite between gay. You know, if anything, was telling me that you were being a bit gay. You know, and that's why that happened. But we won't discuss that because now we take it too far. And you know, we need to have levels. So that's it. Only jokes, only jokes. Oh, is this rabbit hole? Bro, it's the best response, man. It's the best response. I mean, it's just like total, like, you know, like anytime you set yourself up for that, it's like, you know, if we take it too far, right, then we talk about maybe family and parents and stuff like that. But I think that's too far, you know. You need to have some respect. You have to have some respect. You know, if I'm titled a gay cyborg that fucked your bitch, it still seems like next level, you know? Like if that's my title, gay cyborg but fucked your bitch underneath in brackets, for me it seems still pretty strong, you know? It's like I'm losing here because he's a gay cyborg but I fucked his bitch. It's like shit, you know? How can I win? Cigar Lounge this coming weekend. Come, we go snowboarding, Daniel. But yeah, if you want Cigar Lounge, maybe. We can do it, no problem. I have children around. Well, tell chat to calm down. I have to defend myself, you know. Have to defend. I advise to use headphones during my stream. Because sometimes people take it too far. Ignore them. Headphones during the stream are a must. At this point. I apologize to any people who do not like foul things like this, you know. Parental guidance is advice. I have to apologize in advance, you know, but I think gold pushing to 5100 is making everyone's inner... Actually, I'm not gonna say that. We need to change. How do you manage trading psychology sharp while managing chat? Bro, 1,000 streams later, bulletproof. Bulletproof, brother. Bulletproof. 1,000 streams later, bro. Second nature, I guess. This stream is not welcoming Donald Trump. Brother, you pushed gold before London. We're not happy with you, bro. Last time when you came, gold was in a range and London broke out. We made money. This time, gold has pushed to 5,100 before London session. So, Mr. Trump, why the fuck should we be happy with you today, please? Agent 1 set up 1 and gap up like you mentioned. Yeah, and then check the target, right? Straight 50-50, then 50, then 50-100. People say I'm mad to target 50-100, right? Remember when we were looking at yesterday in the webinar, we were like, that's mad. I said, if things get crazy, that's where we're going. Look where we are right now, 5100. It's nuts, though. It's nuts. It is pretty crazy. Hi, I woke up for Asian but never traded it, so I didn't have the confidence. What would you take? So many options, man. Close your eyes and press buy in Asian. Of course, how can you not have the confidence for big SL when every Asian has been pushing minimum 400, 1000 pips? Like, you just have to send it. Study before you go to Asian. Like, you know, so many options I would have taken. You could have just taken this simple setup one, stop below here, leave it. That one was my favorite, this one here, because it's a bit hard to catch up to the gap. These type of setups here, breaking this high would stop below the breakout candle here, this 5 minute here is possible as well. This one never broke the high, but you could just leave a pending order like this and then put stop loss below the lows here and leave that as well to run. That one is a pretty good one. After this big liquidity grab here, buying up like this as well, you could do as well. This one was a bit deep. I wouldn't really take that. Probably these options, the two options I said are the best. The rest is a bit sketchy. Setup 3 you could take maybe. You know? I mean, this simple one here, if you're trading 15, right? Just this simple one like this. Right? Wait. Big breakout candle. Wait for structure. It gave you structure. Then close above and go. So that one was a good one. And then you just leave it to London. You just always leave it to London. That's the key. BTC went down over the weekend. Do you think it's actually inversely correlated to gold? No, not inversely correlated, but Bitcoin is in trouble right now. Bitcoin is definitely in trouble if we lose this level. It is game over. So we're pushing up here, literally V-shaping twice here. Very interesting price action. I've never seen this. How long do you think it can fall, Bitcoin? Man, if we lose these levels here, that especially my daily zone, I have this box here. If we lose this box, we're gonna come down to here, 76s. Maybe bounce at 76, then we probably come back down into 70s. I'd see us back into 70s. Anyways, we didn't have time to do the rest of the analysis because gold was just pumping. Now that gold is, you know, waiting to get above here, you know, and we have some time to wait for structures and stuff like that, let's go ahead and do the rest of the analysis here and see if we can get something, some sort of structure here. I mean, honestly, I wonder how aggressive it would be to send things on the 1 minute right now, but we're not even getting 2 candle pullbacks, guys, on the 1 minute. We're getting only 1 candle pullbacks, and you know how it works, man. The time you send the 1 minute in this scenario here is the time it pulls back, you know? And we're not going to survive the pullback with just these small candles here right now. So, you know, when it's not a condition we have probabilities with or understanding, then it's better just to be safe rather than sorry, especially end of month trying to chase. It's very exciting, this price action, but you know, we need to still get solid options, because if you look at Asian, there was solid options that follow a plan. In London, you're manipulating the plan just because you're getting excited at big moves happening. That's a wrong way to trade, right? We don't want to do that. So let's move on to DAX here. Have a look at what DAX is doing. So we had a big, deep weekly analysis about DAX. It's kind of following a little bit through with that weekly analysis. But we need to see if we're gonna play through this range today. So 4-hour close bullish. Previous daily was what? It was bullish as well. So that's pretty nice actually. The way we might flip here. 1 hour time frame already reaching target, so that doesn't help us. Is this a gap candle? Let's have a look. It is a gap candle. So we just filled the gap right now. So gap filled. Now if we can pull back and create support, we can make our way back towards the upside. Selling from the gap fill here, we need to go a little bit higher. Probably tap the 4 hour, reject the 4 hour, then we can look for sales. And then we can move towards the downside, possibly. All right, very possible. Looking at NASDAQ here for London as well. This gap we finished, completed. Daily time frame closing bullish. 4 hour time frame, we can see here as well bullish, very close to this 4 hour resistance. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess, this zone up here. So I don't really like the idea of too much buys. It's a very messy zone. But sells if we were to break maybe below this 15 structure. I just worry about this previous here. Could be an option, but we are bias is an issue. But I just don't like, look at this lower high, lower high, lower high. Maybe we can send it below here, would be a bit safer. This would be a fake out zone. So let's see how this forms, but that's kind of the initial plan. Now buying above here, above the 4 hour may not be too crazy if we can get good closes, because then we can trade to kind of this zone here. Now we have all of these 4 hour resistances. It's not nice to look at, but if we get good closes, we could play between them. But again, you need good closes because we don't have too much range. We're talking about 14 points here, 14 points between. But hey, if we do get a nice close, we could trade and at least get to break even if it's a little bit deeper, like where my mouse is, 590s, we could play. Yeah, so let's see how that forms with that side of things. We can see if we can capitalize off NASDAQ if we get a push here. Gold is back at 93s here, starting to give some weakness. So this is what I was talking about, the 1 minute, right? You send the 1 minute here, now you're hoping. Maybe you get stopped out break even because you're going aggressive, right? You only got 16 pips. You had a 30, 40 pip stop loss. Now you're back below entry. You're like, shit, I should have gone break even. Difficult situations, right? That's all because you did what? You sent a 1 minute. And then before, that's very hard to send a 1 minute. So this is a market that beginners will make a lot of money, man. People who don't have a plan that you know long-term they'll lose, right now, like in today, they're going to be making money. This is where they get hooked on trading, because today they're going to have a big day. Unfortunately, they're going to give it back if they don't change stuff. But no, man, this is where they give it back. But this structure is what we need. Do you have ice in Dubai? You mean from the shop? Yeah, of course we have ice from Dubai. We can buy ice in Dubai. It's you can make ice at home, all of that stuff. If ice on the streets? No, we don't have ice on the streets. Dubai, now it's the coldest season in Dubai. It's as cold as it will get in Dubai, and the temperature today in the coldest season. Why is it not giving me temperature? Well, I can tell you it's about 22, 21. Left bottom corner. Oh yeah, there we go. So I was right. 22, 21. So yeah, 21 today. He meant ICE like UAE, USA Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Oh, really? Shit. If he means that, then no, we don't have someone. You can't get into Dubai. Like illegal immigrants in Dubai are very rare. They're very strict at checking, and it's not the same as Europe and America and stuff like that. Love it? Yeah, it's not bad. Dubai has way too many immigrants. Yeah, but they're not illegal immigrants. That's the difference, huh? They're not illegal immigrants. They all work here. I mean, by the way, Dubai, majority of the population are expat. Local population is one of the smallest populations here. Anyways, appreciate you guys showing up Monday for stream here. Leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. Would appreciate it. Could you see DAX? It's come back to the range. I was waiting for a retracement. We just analyzed DAX. So what would you like me to analyze on top of this? Right, we just spoke about what we're looking for DAX. So if you could explain to me exactly what more you didn't understand, maybe I can help you with that, man. But my analysis still remains the same as what I discussed a couple of minutes ago. You're waiting for some type of retracement because it's in a bad position? Yeah, if I'm looking for buys, for sure. Not gonna buy at these highs, correct. The plan for tomorrow's simple Asian open buys, we need to see where we end up today. That's going to be interesting to see where we end up today. I might wake up Asian tomorrow. Problem is, sometimes Asian you need to be up for a while. Like I've seen Asian market open be shit. Like Asian you need to be up maybe 5 hours. Remember I asked about the AD. I got stopped out once it made 1 to 4 next. Let's have a look. Nice, man. Remember what I said, keeping stop below the whole range and waiting for pullbacks instead of buying in highs is exactly what I told you, no? Remember I said don't buy highs, wait for it to pull back, then put stop below the whole range. Now look what happens. Because you can survive these pullbacks. Like, personally, I would have entered here. Like, that would have been my entry, right? That's the idea. You have the break of structure. Then you get the pullback. And then I would enter, like, maybe after this bullish candle. Then I hold all this stop here. All this drawdown I'm holding. Then in profit. That's how swing trades are. Yeah, it's good. It's good one, man. That you re-entered. That's the point, though. That's an important point here. All right, we might have 15 close above and some 5-minute structure. Of course, it's risky, guys. Of course, it's risky. But we might give it a shot. 15 close above here. See if we can get a breakout. You know? Just rely on this 5-minute structure. 2 minutes here. It could fail if it wants to. It's really unknown in this territory, especially when we've tapped 100. My target's been tapped. 15 and 30 close, it is. So with the 5 here, it could be a shot, you know. Again, it is risky, of course, here. We have risk in doing so, but I don't know if we have a choice, you know, like if we're going to give it a shot and if volume is going to continue, this is going to be our option. So if you're not happy giving it a risk, then don't do it. But I rather give it a risk now than trying to buy higher and then losing when it's higher. You know what I mean? So I will need a bottom wick as well, though. Good bottom wick would be nice. Yeah, if we can break the high, I'll give it a shot. It's good bottom wick. Yeah, I like this retest. Deeper this comes right now is good. Give this a shot, try it out. It is risky because we're at these highs, guys. You know, this could easily fail, but now that we have this bottom wick here, I feel a bit more confident to get some sort of a push here, you know? And if it doesn't want to push, I'll accept it, right? This is the risk I'm taking once we've reached very high targets here. But I don't see another option unless I wait for this to fully retrace, which hopefully it will do without breaking the high here. We respect the high, it breaks structure. I don't take the trade, we wait for something better, which is a nice way as well. But we have closed above here. We do have a continuation. We can see there's volume in the market. We can see 30-minute closed above. This is the first time 30-minute closed above. Remember, last 30 didn't close above here. We're making a bottom wick right now. We have the 5-minute structure we wanted. You know, the only risk now is that we just die of volume, right? But look at the bottom wick we're coming down for. Right, we're coming down for a deep bottom wick. So that's the point. We'll see if we can break in the next 3 minutes. So our break even will be less than a 1-to-1. Just about less than a 1-to-1. That 100 level. If the 5-minute candle closes weak, it's a thunderstorm. I still will consider this. Because we have the 15 and 30 close. If we didn't have that 15-30 close, I wouldn't be considering it. And then if 5-minute does close back inside the range, like we see it close below where my box is, I'm going to show you this, then it's going to invalidate this trade. We see something close below here, or especially close below here, it's done. That we kept safe, we didn't get triggered, now we wait for something better. So we'll see though, there's still about 1 minute 30 seconds. Gold can then go down here, retest the bottom here, and then end up closing pretty weak. If we see it close like that, it's still going to be valid, right? So we have to wait till the close here before deleting any sell stop. I mean, sorry, not sell stop, buy stop or order here. So it's very important to wait for closes, especially in these type of market conditions. Last minute, something can change. Last minute, something can change. Do you still live in Dubai? Yes, I do live in Dubai. That rejection from all-time high does not put you off because we've retraced it straight, man. No problems. You know? The whole place where we're at London puts me off, man. If I wasn't trading London here, then I would just, you know, if I had trade Asian, I'm not here in London for sure. It's already reached my weekly target, man. 5,100. Not a zone I want to be buying, but if it's going to continue to test 100 again, get more people involved in price, it's going to do it. Now, you know. I mean, we don't even have time for a 1 minute retrace. So the fact that we're getting a 5 minute, I don't want to ignore it too much. This is interesting close we're getting here. It is not below. Maybe it will be. Not the best close. I think what I'm going to do here is if you look at the 1 minute here, I know it's a bit crazy 1 minute, but 1 minute has this resistance. So I'm going to wait for a 1 minute close above the resistance. So for now, I'm going to delete my buy stop and just wait for a close above the 1 minute resistance. That way I get kept safe. And if it breaks out, it breaks out, right? If it goes down, it goes down. Then if this 5 minute candle closes bullish, we can still probably impulsively enter above the high. It will still make sense to impulsively enter. Is Dubai traffic getting worse or is it manageable? Yeah, it's getting much worse. It's getting much worse, Dubai traffic. Like if you are working in office and you have to drive to and from the office, you're going to be stuck for quite a while. It's going to delay your journey. Depends where you live as well. But yeah, it does delay your journey. So I have to build I build a little bit of a bubble of the time I go out the house and what roads I'm using and stuff like that. But some roads are not that bad. I would say it delays you normal time by an extra 30 to 40 minutes. You know? I think it feels worse than it actually is because it's only delaying you 30 to 40 minutes. So as we can see, there's a bit of weakness coming into the market. This is not bad for us because this is the... Look, I do have one crazy idea today. I just need to find a way to do it because we have reached my high time frame targets for our very weak candle. You know? Very weak candle. This 4 hour candle is a very weak candle. And we have reached my high time frame target. So I wonder if a counter bias would be a good idea. How crazy would a counter bias be? Maybe back below the 30 because we could use the 30 as retest. Keep that in mind. But below the 30, we have space to the 1 hour. So I am open today. If we are going to fail here around that 95 level and we do not hold the 30 minute as support, then there is no reason why we don't maybe dip down into the 1 hour. You know, 1,300 pip push. Exactly. It tapped my weekly target. Like that is following my analysis. I'm being conservative by waiting for something below the 30. And then we could play a little bit of a retrace, you know. So yeah, what causes traffic? Man, a lot of people moving to Dubai. A lot of people moving for Dubai, you know. China has or is about to sell. It's already has, man. China has. They've just not been announcing it. Never sell gold, but we're trading a session, right? So even if my sell is from here to here, 60 pips or whatever, and then gold retraces back up, I'm just trading a session. I don't want to be selling gold. I have not been selling gold. I've been a buyer of gold. I'm very against it, but there's reasons behind it. Appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Hope you guys had a good weekend. If you're new to stream, welcome. Make sure to leave a subscribe. We stream Monday to Friday. Show up, show up. Let's see what's happening with gold. Very interesting stuff going on. Gold sees 75 and 90 levels. Well, that's my point, right? If we leave that level, you're gonna, like you said, you want to go back to 75. Man, if I can capitalize off a move back to 75, it's 140 pips. So that's how it is. Busy weekend, 16-hour shift yesterday. That was heavy. Yeah, I did a 16-hour day yesterday as well. Let's see what's going on other pairs here as well. DAX here consolidating. NASDAQ is doing what? Also kind of consolidating at the highs, trying to get above. It was a good bike though, yeah, but I was not using it too much and I wanted to buy one fully modded, so that's why. I want one fully modded with everything. Like there's good ones for sale fully modded. Full modded, everything. Exhaust, carbon bits, this, that. I bought gold at 2K, silver at $30. When would you sell? Depends what you bought them for. Did you buy them as a trade in idea to sell, or is it a long-term investment? Because at that point, you never sell till you need it. Right? Or you sell half and buy back lower, you know? Because if you sell it now, you're selling it into dollar. What are you going to do with the dollar? Like, there has to be a reason to sell, right? That's the point. Like if you sell right now, you're selling it into dollar. Dollar is just gonna give you inflation. I mean, in the last 5-6 months, you've made 50% on the money that you've kept in gold, whilst your dollar, if you live in America, has been going down. Are you still holding BTC? Yeah, I'll always hold some BTC no matter how I trade it. I am in about 65% cash, 70% cash in my crypto portfolio. But I will always hold Bitcoin no matter what. What about buy gold and silver so you don't exchange them for dollars? So what, you're in a position or you're holding physical gold? That's the thing, man. Yeah, physical. That's good. Then just continue that, right? You don't need to you can't exchange them for more gold now because it's going to be the equivalent value. I got a question. If the government reduces interest rate, who pays for the difference? What do you mean by who pays for the... No, they just end up making less. That's why dollar sometimes gets weaker with lower interest rates, is because they're just making less. There's no differences covered. Interest rates move together. You know, just moves as a whole. Alright, so we're making our way down here, about to tap the 30-minute. Would like to see the reaction at the 30-minute here. Very interested. We need to roll back the quiz. Okay, we can bring back the quiz. Once we reach 150 likes, we're gonna do a quiz. 150 likes and quiz. That'll be fun. We have 83 likes and 380 watching. Everyone's sleeping, man. Why are the levels different on 4 hour? Because futures have different time, man. They have a different trading time. We have gold closing below. We have NASDAQ closing above here as well. NASDAQ even looks interesting. 5-minute structure here as well. We have to decide which one to pick. Yeah, MT10 is really nice. I'm looking at MT10 is good, you know, more comfortable. We're below the 30-minute now on gold. I think I like NASDAQ here. I think I like NASDAQ. NASDAQ has better risk to reward. 15 points. Let's see if it can. Oh, last minute close below. Wow, very interesting. Last minute close below. Same on futures. What about gold? Wow, last minute gold close above 30 as well. Wow, very interesting. Both of them last minute. That's why close very important for close, right? Very important for close because last minute both of these assets, they kind of worked exactly opposite of each other. Now look at the retracement coming back in gold here. All the early sellers here totally cooked right now. They're hoping for a bottom wick to come. Look at that 1 minute, man. Absolute buyers coming from that 30 level. Heavy buyers. So we could actually work our way back up. Maybe end up buying. NASDAQ here as well. If we can close above here on a 5, it might be good enough. So let's see. We have about 4 minutes for this 5 to close. So we'll see on NASDAQ here. I don't really want to enter impulsively on NASDAQ right now. Not really my plan to want to enter impulsive trades on NASDAQ right now. You could do it if you trust the volume push to come, but we're not fully bullish. We're also working towards the 4-hour resistance. If we were down here somewhere, yeah. So I'm going to wait for the 5 close. We can see how important closes have been. Same story can happen on gold here, right? We could get a 5 close below as well on gold. We do have the 15, so something breaching this low can give us an option with the 5-minute close. We don't have the 30 close, but we do have the 15. You know about this? Bro, now what is he bringing us? Strong Zero. What is a strong... Oh, it's a beverage, this. Bro, you're 15 years old. Stop drinking this stuff, man. You know? 15 years old.
No, I turned 14 yesterday, bro. What are you talking about? Get it right, Harry.
Sorry. Why is your camera quality so good? I don't know. Same camera. Do you drink? No, I don't. I don't drink. Positioning and lighting, yeah, a little bit wider angle, right? Lighting is actually shit, but it's pretty good. Check this retracement, guys, huh? All early sellers here a bit upset now. Sucking their thumbs at the moment. I'm so glad we bought our wedding rings when we did. Is it gold, your wedding rings? Has gold. See NASDAQ pulling back here as well. Grandmothers be getting rich with their chains. Yeah, physical gold right now is good. This is interesting here on gold. Give me a sec, just gonna go toilet and come back. Maybe a close above here, we should be okay to go. I'm kind of thinking right now. But the issue I have is this 15. No bottom wick as well. So a little bit rough. Broker, we do have bottom wicks. How big is stop here? 51. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a shot breaking this high here. That's my plan. Then I can manage at the top of the range if anything. Yeah, I like this retracement. If it flips now, could be good. Use the 30 as protection level. 5 minutes setup 4. Problem is I need to piss, man. That's the problem. I'm gonna go. If in 2 minutes this closes bearish, I'm gonna delete the order, but I should be back. So I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back. We're back and triggered. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we didn't want the 5 to close bearish last second. So now we just have to wait it through a bit. Check NASDAQ. NASDAQ closed above as well. I think that's holding back gold as well here as stock market rises. Seeing a bit of money go into stocks. 6 points to break even. How big is stop? 16 points. I think this is why gold is struggling a little bit at the moment. If we can break that high, it would be nice up here. That's a tough 1 minute candle. We saw that. Check that out, huh? Wow, that's a tough 1 minute candle. So we closed above there, looked very good, and then we get this big 1 minute candle here. So we're seeing a bit of buyers being absorbed here, which is not exactly what we want to see. 1 hour candle close is coming in about 2 minutes here. It's not a bad close for the 1 hour. 15-minute closing with a setup 2. But we want to be continuing higher at the moment here, not lower like this. It's a bit sketchy before open here. That 1 minute should have done it. I didn't have enough time to manage there though. I think NASDAQ is pushing up here, making it tough on gold. Let's have a look. Yeah, so NASDAQ pushing here. NASDAQ is winning at the moment, right? Which is making it what? Difficult for gold. This is what we're seeing right now. As we see NASDAQ push up here, money is flowing into NAS and gold is struggling to continue up. So we need NAS to calm down a bit. If NAS can calm down a bit, then gold should play out. It's difficult to pick which one you want to pick, right? Because same thing with NAS, when you tap the 4 hour, you want to be getting to break even, right? Once you can get to break even, you're pretty much safe. Whereas on gold, we're in like a little bit of drawdown at the moment as well. So it's a lot more difficult position. Especially with the open here in about 1 minute. See how 15 is closing weak bullish here. I don't like the weak bullish. I wanted it stronger bullish here. But we'll see how the open manages to form. heading up for now. Want to see how it reacts at this 1 minute structure. Otherwise, I'll look to manage if we can't get above this 1 minute structure. See this one? That's what I'm watching now. Or we break this one, then I'll manage. Okay, we're above entry right now. If we start struggling here, I'm probably going to close the trade. Nice. We're pushing above heavy now. Alright. I think I'm thinking to move break even here. So yeah, I'm going to move break even here. Don't trust it to come back. We need to push from here. We need to push from here now. This is where the London volume has to come. Nice. Oh, can I survive? Can I survive? Oh, if it pushes down, I'm gonna be out. Come on, bounce now. Now it has to bounce. If it breaks its low, I'm done. Bounce, 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 bounce. Come on, come on. Bounce. Yes. Good, good, good. Good. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Gold. Now finish it. Finish the move. Go, 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 go. Hopefully we can cross this 5 here. Man, that was sketchy as hell, man. 1 point from SL, like this. Like this. 1 point from SL I was. 1 point. Here it looks like I had room. On broker, the wick. Because I gave it gap below here. See this 1 minute here. This is where I put. On broker, man. Literally, right down. Super sketch, man. Anyways, let's see if we can move up to TP. If it comes to entry now, it's freaking boring, but hey, what to do? We have 1 minute structure above entry, so it has to respect this. If it comes down, stop me, break even, then it's okay, you know? I will just I'll just do it. Yeah, this is how stop was, 55. So just for people who are just coming in, I just want to show where the original stop was. So you know the risk to reward and stuff like this. $87.6 and it hit me at 847.46. See the wick low, I'll tell you where the wick low is on this broker. My wick low is at 4.9. I think it's gonna come stop me break even now. We just broke 1 minute structure. Where did you put stops? At 876, bro. Yeah. That's super annoying. Oh, okay, I'm out break even. I know it didn't tap here, but it tapped me out break even there. Man. That's boring as hell. We couldn't get above the 5 minute structure. GG. That's boring as hell. Bit of range. Where did you put your stops again? I got taken out. Didn't give enough space. Below the 1 minute. Like this. Yeah. I think NASDAQ had the power though. So if gold is dumping in, NAS should be pushing. Yeah, you see? So NAS is good. 17, 13, still not at a 1-to-1, but it's you're above the 4 hour, which is important. If you're above the 4 hour now, you can be holding. But yeah, idea played out here, just no continuation now. Idea played out, no continuation. We're just consolidating for now. Yours hit B. I took at NASDAQ 15-minute close at the 4 hour. You took NASDAQ 15-minute close at the 4 hour. Let's have a look at this NASDAQ entry you took. 15-minute. So you took it breaking the 4 hour high here? I mean breaking above the 4 hour? I think the best was the 5 on NASDAQ. I liked NASDAQ today. It was not bad. How did DAX do on the open here? Creeped its way up. Gold is now falling into some form of consolidation, right? Failing to get above the 15. We're just now trying to get a little bit slower. How did gold look on futures here? Let's have a look. No, on futures looks fine. If you guys had stopped below the 1 minute here, you're fine on futures. Unless you put it super tight here, then maybe just tapped you. But otherwise, you're fine on futures here, 84s. It was good on futures, actually. I use 5 minutes for stops. Yeah, I saw this 1 minute. I just popped it below the 1 minute here. Streaming Asian tomorrow? No. Won't stream it. Okay, so we see NAS moving here nicely. NAS is getting great volume here right now. I think NASDAQ was a little bit better than what we saw on gold here, but gold has been moving mad. Why is gold going up in recent times? Check the beginning of the stream. If I was in NAS personally, I would be break even though. That's just how I would be trading this now. Because I wouldn't want to hold through the pullback. Yeah, yours was good, but I copied from the live. Yeah, but check your broker because everyone's going to look different. Like even, by the way, this looks different than what happened on other brokers. Because here on this broker even, it's a different price action here as well. So you have to always follow your own. You have to understand the idea, right? Just don't blindly copy exactly stop losses from what we see here. People are trading on futures will look different. Your broker will look different. I mean, even here, look at Pith and then look at Owanda here. See? Owanda went even super deep here. Let's see how. Yeah, it went. Yeah, not too much. This is how my broker looks. Very similar to this. I had 58 pip stop loss. Let's measure on Owanda with a 58 pip stop loss where it was. Okay, so yeah, 58. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So if I had the same size stop loss, maybe that's a good way to announce it, right? To put my stop loss size. 58 stop loss, or just trade with the terminal as well is also possible. So people see on the terminal. DAX rejecting now this 4-hour and NAS. What's happening with NAS? We're also rejecting the 4-hour. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, coming back now. Out B on NASDAQ. Yeah, unlucky, man. I think it was a good shot though. Same kind of shot at gold, but gold was a little bit nasty on different feeds, giving a little. At least you didn't get liquidity grab, but I think it's the right decision. But we could potentially get another buy. We could get another buy as well on NASDAQ because NASDAQ could pull back to give us opportunity. It likes to do that. So I'm going to be looking at NASDAQ here to see this pullback can give us an opportunity to buy. You know what I mean? So let's see. Gold is trying to head up right now. Gold, another entry right now. I think we need to wait for 15 close above. If 15 doesn't close above on gold, I'll be very careful. A little bit sketchy. Otherwise. But yeah, very interesting to watch, guys. See how to navigate London session after Asian 1000 plus pip push. Hopefully you guys are learning something. If you are, leave a like on the stream. I would appreciate it. If you're new to the stream, join us Monday to Friday. Great vibes here. Would appreciate you guys hopping along. Subscribe so you know when we go live. That was a good B? Yeah, but that's what I was talking about, to go B there, you know? Makes sense. Like it made sense. So even if this ends up, you know, not giving us another re-entry chance, I still think it was not a bad BE. Unless you want to hold the uncertainty. The big problem is that 4 hours sitting there. If that 4 hour wasn't sitting there, you have an easy time. $15-minute closes here in 1 minute. Yeah, problem is though, Joy, that the 15-minute here is going to close below. That's the only problem I have. Gold is trying to close above here. I wonder if we can try a breakout on gold. Futures is looking like it wants to close above here. Stop loss is a bit shitty though. 74 pips. $15 will close above. Again, just stop loss is the problem. Like, I really liked buying in the range from a pullback zone, you know? That's what I liked. I liked being involved from a pullback instead of a continuation. It's an option, guys, but the stop loss here is putting me off for now. It's not that bad if I was to run 55 for 30, break even at 30, 15-minute close above. Right, the only way I'm gonna take this, we get a bottom wick to retest something. That's gonna give me the confidence. If we don't get a bottom wick to retest, I don't trust buying the highs right now. Because every time we've closed on a new high, we've retraced. So I need to see liquidity being grabbed here. Yeah, I think that's the only way. If I see it retest something, then maybe. Fuck's sake, now it's retesting something. So now it's making me want to take it, huh? I was hoping not to. It makes it harder. Man. I'm thinking stops. 54. That's your 1-to-1 all the way up there. And I have to take a breakout now after a 1,000 pip push. I don't know, I just can't do it. I feel super uncomfortable. Like, you can do it, but oh, it's such a hard decision right now. I was so comfortable with this one because I'm inside the range, so I don't really mind too much being inside the range. It's not going to be as sketchy, right? Like, by the time we reached here, I was at TP almost 40 pips. Instead of buying the high. It's tough, man, after a big push. Inside the range is better. Decisions. Decisions. What is Nas doing? It doesn't have volume? Yeah. It could get the volume though. I don't know if I can get myself to do this, guys. One minute for this 5 to close as well. 5 is just showing signs of weakness. NASDAQ, I'm watching NASDAQ now. We have a 5-minute potential bullish close coming in NAS to give us an entry. So that's a potential. Put a 0.1. I mean, it would be fun, but it's not going to pay me. Yeah, I think I want to try NAS. I think I'm looking at NAS here on my other monitor. Look at NAS trying to close bullish. If it can calm down here for the last 1 minute, should be good actually. Nas, what are we doing, Nas? Closing bullish, closing bearish, make up your mind, Nas. So if I take Nas now with the 5 minute here, closing bullish, has to close bullish above. Can it do it? Can it do it? Can it do it? No. No. That's so annoying. As was looking great actually, because look at the 1 minute here with the change of structure. But it just last minute let us down a little bit. But it's okay. Monday. Let's see how gold is doing though. Oof. It's looking, it's still holding structure, but it's very weak, right? 5 is not the strongest, but you know, with gold in this situation, guys, from my experience, at any time right now, it could pop or it can dump. And I don't want to be involved in that type of situation. We've pushed 1,000 plus pips during Asian session. We've gone super heavy. Why? And I don't want to be chasing the highs. I'm happy to buy in the range like I did because at least I can get back to here and see what happens. But right now, sending the highs again, it's a bit sketchy. And look at the volume, right? We're not really getting the volume we want to see. But NASDAQ here was more interesting. NASDAQ was more interesting. I can wait 3 minutes here and then see what happens with NASDAQ. Stay out, bit fishy, I agree. So the only other shot I have now is NASDAQ. NASDAQ in about 3 minutes. And if NASDAQ doesn't close, if it shoots too far above or doesn't close in 3 minutes, then I'm just going to call it a session. And that's it. Pretty simple. Oh yeah, nice shot here. Did we get a 1 minute? No, not even a 1 minute close. NASDAQ above the highs, we have range though, but it's 2 minutes for that. I'm gonna wait for the close because we could technically take it. It's only 9-point stop loss. Like a 1-to-1 is only up here. It's not a crazy push. We need to get a 1-to-1. And we have beautiful structure below, right? Check the structure we have on NASDAQ below. Really nice. DAX broke out as well. Let's have a look at DAX breaking out. Yeah, DAX did break above here. We have a clean candles. Oof, we're a bit stuck at this resistance on NAS. Silver. Let's have a look at silver. For you guys trading silver, we can have a look at silver. Silver is nice. Look at that. What time was this close? This was a beautiful close. 11:15. Wow. That's a beautiful trade, that one. Oops. Yeah, if I was trading silver today, I would take this entry here like this. Maybe I can trade silvers on futures. You know, that's a beautiful entry. Stop below the 15. On brokers, I think silver spread is way too high. How much spread do you guys have on brokers? If you have it open. Yeah, that's a nice trade. Oh man, I have my other monitor open here. NASDAQ just pushed through the highs here, just ripped. Didn't give us a close. So unfortunately that invalidates my buy scenario, which is kind of why I wanted to buy in the range, but my stars didn't align for my entry technique. So what's happening with gold? Gold just lacking volume. So I'm happy with that decision for now. Of course, it can still end up random volume coming and gold start flying towards the upside. But if I was in the position now, I'd be extremely uncomfortable because it's just showing me a lack of confidence, you know? Look at this. So I would be very uncomfortable. 6-point spread on silver. That's quite a lot, huh? That's a little bit of a shame on NAS. That's why I really wanted this 5-man. We were talking about, I think, 1 point difference here for us having an entry. 0.8 point difference if we closed above there. And then let's see how this would have looked, right? We enter break of high. Then we put stop loss below here. What are we at? Almost a 1-to-2. That's amazing, right? So that's how powerful this strategy can be. But you have to wait for the, you know, you have to wait for the good setups. So like a little 1-to-2 there and call it. But hey, look. I'm going to show up for New York, guys. I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. More of a complex session to navigate, but didn't become too scathed on stuff like that. NASDAQ as well, you could also hold the first position and maybe manage stop loss to here as a second option to review your session. But hey, first day of the week, last day of the month. Let's keep this rolling. Was pretty exciting to see NASDAQ play out. We're going to be trading more heavily NASDAQ moving into next month. That was my plan anyways. Gold, we can't blame it. We can't blame it for not wanting to continue. It moved 1,000 pips from market open. So that's why we wanted to navigate it properly, right? And cautiously. So wish you guys good rest of your day. See you guys on tomorrow's stream. Much love. Take care. And hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right.